What's up, folks? Ethan here at Hunt Ford in Franklin, Kentucky, and as you can tell, we're taking a look at the new 2024 Ford F-150 Raptor. Now, this is our first one that we've got off the truck here at the dealership, but let's talk about what's different for the 2024 model year for the F-150 Raptor. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below and hit the notification bell. As you can tell, we've got F-150s all over the place, and Super Duties, and there's our 802A Raptor back there in the back. So we've got plenty of videos coming out over the next few weeks covering the entire new F-150 lineup that y'all are not going to want to miss. So go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, so as we post all of these F-150 videos, you'll be the first one to catch them. All right, on the Raptor, as you can tell, they changed the front end. Made a little bit more beefy front end, I think. It kind of looks a little more similar to those Gen 1. You know, it's a little more rounded, a little more in your face. Of course, you got the LED projectors with your little nice little Raptor badge kind of hidden in there. They did add some texture here into the Ford badging. It's really reminiscent of those kind of American flag style badges that they used to do on the interior of the truck. But, you know, you've got a little bit of texture, just a little bit more kind of tactile stuff to draw your eyes in. Of course, you've got your rigid lights, standard, your rigid fog lights down here at the bottom. These are actually controlled via your auxiliary switches. This one's always a good, we always try and get our first one in as a 801 or a standard Raptor so we can kind of show customers the price is a little bit lower, as well as we can show kind of what's standard on it, and we can always have customers order after the fact. You've got your tow hooks down at the bottom. Not that you're going to get stuck too often in this because you've got a lot of ground clearance. You can see how wide these Raptors are. We'll put the specs on the screen here so you can see your ground clearance, your approach angles. Really always been kind of a top of the line in terms of what capability this has. Got your paint matched windows here. Excuse me, not windows, mirrors. Paint matched windows. Said it again. Paint matched mirror caps here. I like that because it's really going to help kind of just tie all the colors together. Paint matched door handles. Of course, you've got your textured running board here. Adds a little bit of rock protection from gravel or any type of, you know, debris coming up off the tires. Just protects the underbody. You've got your Fox Performance shocks here. These are the long travel with active valve technology, or live valve active technology. Just a lot more highly tuned and ready for the kind of higher speed off-road pursuits that you might be interested in. Coming back to the back, of course, you've got your massive tailpipes back here in the back. Always really enjoyed the way that these tailpipes are kind of integrated. Ford does these in the Sport Appearance package, but these are obviously a bigger exhaust tip. While we're back here, we'll try and see if we can get this remote start for you. Obviously, a Raptor R will sound better, have a much better cold start, but these, with the 3.5 high output, they're going to get 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. So obviously the sound isn't quite there of the supercharged V8, but you still do get plenty of that performance. Got the same texture back here on the Ford badge in the back. I like that they, you know, to me, it looks like they've integrated this applique, not sure how to exactly pronounce that, but this tailgate section is integrated a little bit better in my mind, and I like that they carried over the texture from the front. Of course, you've got the remote tailgate down, got your tailgate step, you've got your C-clamps. We'll take a look at the window sticker. I believe this truck has the bed utility package. We'll take a look here in a moment. You've got your small onboard power setup back here in the back. This is just an AC 120 outlet. See what kind of options we've got on this truck. Our total cost is going to be $82,065. Over here you've got your options. Pretty much all we've got are the twin panel moonroof and the spray-in bed liner. Of course, we did do the graphics delete just to make it look a little bit cleaner for our customers. And that's where you can see your 801A. So this is what the standard Raptor looks like. Again, $82,065. We'll throw this up here at the top. While we're up here, we'll kind of look at the interior. You've got this black leather with almost a suede kind of insert here. Heated and cooled seats, so you've got your perforations for your ventilation, and of course your Raptor badge. These are really comfortable. You know, obviously they are not the full Recaro seats that you're going to get on the 802A, but you know, they do kind of wrap around you really well and are very comfortable here on the passenger and driver side. Got your 8-way power standard. This one does have the interior work surface, so you've got your hideable, deployable shift knob with your work surface that allows you to completely flatten this. Some people call it an excess feature, but if you've ever had to use it, use a laptop here on the interior, it's really handy and it makes things just a little bit easier rather than having to maneuver a whole lot and hold your laptop kind of in your lap. Coming back here to the back, again, got the same nice black leather with the suede kind of inserts. Again, each seat has its own Raptor logo. Just in case anyone forgot what it is, you do have, let's see if I can get this with one hand, lockable partition storage here in the bottom underneath the seats. And you've got your all-weather floor mats. So these are all standard here. Back here in the back, you've got heated seats on both sides. Underneath, you've got a 12-volt outlet, 2 USB-C, and a 110 outlet here in the back. That's a 400-watt outlet. So you could use that for a laptop charger, phone charger, you name it, to help fast charge your devices. Coming back to the back again, of course, the tailgate work surface back here is standard. So you've got nice little spots for, you know, holding cup holders. You've got spots for a cup holder. You can slide a tablet in there to hold it upright. Of course, you've got a 48-inch ruler as well as a 100-centimeter ruler for those of us who are on the metric system. Spray-in bed liner here in the back. This is a factory bed liner. Ford did add some stowable storage back here in the back. Could be a nice spot for some tie downs. Obviously, it's not going to hold a huge amount of ratchet straps or anything like that, but if you've got some bungee straps or tie downs that aren't too bulky, you could definitely store them there. LED lighting and the D-Link system here in the back, or the box link, I'm sorry. These are actually going away. They went away on the Super Duty. I think Ford is kind of phasing them out in lieu of a little bit more streamlined system moving forward. One thing I like about the higher end trims is that they have the tailgate up as well as down. We're gonna hop in the driver's seat a little bit and look on the productivity screen. It's got this really nice animation here, just to remind you of what truck you're looking at. Of course, it's got your Ford Performance badge here on the screen as well. Let's get her started, take a look at it. Again, these are all standard features. So you got your Pro Trailer Backup Assist, integrated brake controller, your improved, you can always tell it's improved because you've got your 4 autos. This is your upgraded transfer case. All your different drive modes are down here. You can go over to your sport, tow haul, or your slippery, or you can get into your off-road over to your Baja, which does change your exhaust if you heard it there, as well as you've got a rock crawl, which is going to ask you to shift into 4-low, which you would need to be in neutral. Again, you've got the stowable shifter. We'll give you a better look here. This is nice. It gives you a lot of room. You know, you can fit a full-size laptop here. I've got a 15-inch laptop, and I've been able to store one up here, work on it while I'm, eating lunch or something. It's really nice. These work surfaces are really good to be able to use. Pulling your shifter back up is just as easy as that. On the Raptors, you've now got the trail turn assist. I believe that was as of 2023. We've seen this on the Bronco before. Just allows you to lock that rear wheel into place so that you can make much sharper turns on a switchback. Some people are calling it donut mode. Got your driver's assistance screen, your Pro Power on board. Zone lighting is standard on these Raptors. So, gives you the ability to light up all around the outside of the vehicle. You can do all zones. You can do individual ones, just to give you a little more visibility at night around the outside of your vehicle. Really complements it with your 360 camera, which you can find up here. We won't go into detail. I feel like every time I show the 360 camera, I always go into a little more detail about it. We've done this a lot. Again, you do have the ability to zoom in to individual zones. And with the zone lighting, you can actually see that while your camera is on, and it'll just give you a lot more visibility. Basically a built-in rock lighting setup on the truck that it's got. Coming down, you've got your connected navigation. Of course, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on these Sync 4 screens. You'll have to just hook it up to Bluetooth. I really like, and I'd love to hear your all's thoughts on this, I like the screen setups moving forward. You know, these 12-inch screens obviously are horizontal, which still give you some, tactile controls. I like that I can actively, set my climate controls here on the bottom. Of course, you've got tactile buttons for your heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel. And, I just feel like these are much safer because you can actually, manipulate these without driving. Love to hear your all's thoughts on that because, on the Lightning, they've got a full 15-inch screen, and it's just not as easy to turn on and off your climate or your heated and cooled seats, because you have to manipulate the touchscreen, and it's just a little bit harder to find. Of course, you do have your different settings. You can actually take a look inside your bed camera, your zone lighting, your Pro Power on board. Again, it's up to 400 watts. so you can actively change those. Whenever you first start your truck, it does take a little bit of, you know, time to get the screen loaded up and maneuvering a little bit. You know, as any computer system does, it does kind of take a second to load up some of the graphics. Moving over here, these 12-inch screens have been around for a long time, but it does seem that Ford's constantly kind of improving them. There are just some small little look improvements, graphical improvements that I've kind of noticed. It's nothing really to talk too much about, but you can just kind of tell that they've reskinned it a little bit here in some places. Of course, you've got the ability to set your My View. This does have the heads-up display, which allows you to actively change it. You can turn it on and off, adjust it, and we'll see if I can get you a look at it. So really nice. Obviously, if you change it and set it to your drive mode layout, to where it sets to automatic, as you change your drive modes down here on the bottom, it'll change the look of your HUD as well. So not only are you seeing your screens change a little bit, but you're seeing the HUD change as well. So a little bit more information at a glance. This is off-road mode, so you've got your degrees of wheel rotation. It tells you what your transfer case is doing. You know, as your wheel turns, you can actively see what wheel travel you're doing, as well as you can see over here to the right. A little hard to do while you're looking at the screen, but you can see your pitch and roll. So plenty of information that you can access on your HUD. Of course, down here at the bottom, it also just gives you plenty of information, as well as you've got your compass and your coordinates, which is a nice feature, especially if you're off somewhere in the desert. You're gonna want to be able to have that information at a glance. So we'll put it back into normal. So this does come standard with adaptive cruise and lane centering, but the Raptor does not have the available Blue Cruise. So we've talked a lot about the different subscriptions on the F-150s. This one only has your adaptive cruise and your lane centering. You are not going to be able to get Blue Cruise on the 2024 Raptor as of now. Of course, you've got the ability to change your steering tightness. You've got 3 options. You've got normal, comfort, and sport. Over here, you can change the damper on your suspension. You've got sport, off-road, as well as normal. And below that, you've got the ability to change your exhaust mode. You've got quiet, normal, sport, and Baja. And you can make these a custom settings over here on the My Mode settings. All you got to do is set it, and you can change your different settings just by double tapping that Raptor R. Of course, behind the steering wheel, you do have your paddle shifters. If you're going fast enough, you'll be able to set it into manual in the sport mode, and gives you a chance to actively change while you're driving down the road. So really ergonomic, really nice. Be good. This does have the B&O Unleashed audio setup here in the truck. B&O Unleashed system standard on the 24 Raptor. Again, that's a 14 speaker setup with a subwoofer. So plenty of premium audio to be able to come out of this. Got your wireless charge pad, as well as you've got a USB-A and USB Type-C. Plenty of storage, and this actually hides so that, you know, if you do get a little messy, you don't have to show everybody. It's got this nice kind of faux carbon fiber texture here, as well as set up back here to hide an extra glove box, a full-size glove box down below. And the F-150 has a massive compartment for storage. down here underneath. Just, you know, you could actually lose plenty of items in this storage. Got your auxiliary switches up here. Again, I believe the outside control your fog lights. Someone may correct me on that, but I believe they're the outside. It's been a little while since we've taken a look at it. We'll see if we can get a chance to test that here in a little bit. Power back glass here, as well as you've got the shade for the panoramic moonroof. It's always a hard word for me to say, panoramic moonroof. It's a little sunny and warm here in Kentucky for spring, so we're just going to kind of keep it closed. And again, all of these features are standard. There's only the moonroof was added. Over here on the left, you've got your tailgate switch, and it does activate both ways. You can see back in the back. So that's about all we've got update-wise on the 2024 Ford Raptor. You let us know down in the comments below if you think we missed anything. We'll be happy to take a look at it. As long as it doesn't sell too quickly, we are going to try to do a driving review. So we'll take a look at anything that you all think we missed, as well as we'll take a look and see how does this newer model drive versus the previous generation. I always like to see and kind of update and let you all know what we think about the driving status of these. As always, if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so down below and hit that notification bell. We have the 802A high package on the Raptor that we're going to try and do a walk around here over the next couple days so that you all can see the difference between the standard package and the high package. We do have a Raptor R on order. It is a customer order, but as soon as we get that in, you all, if you have the notifications turned on, you'll be the first ones to see that video once we post it. That's about all I've got for you today, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.